Swing your scammer round and round, slap him in the face and knock him to the ground. Pick him back up and knock him back down. Yee-haw! Scammers on the phone trying to steal your dough. Don't see dough and no more dough. Screwing with scammers, swinging the scammers round and round, slaps them in the face and knocks them to the ground. Yee-haw! Picks them back up and knocks them back down. Screwing with scammers, saving your dough. Yee-haw! Welcome, everyone. Glad you're here. And I play that music for the missus so she could do her crocheting to the time of the music, and she gets blankets done in no time at all. Oh, yeah.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes. Thank you. Hit that like button. We're having fun here tonight. Welcome to Drew from our Misfit Corner Scams, and Glenn, Betty. Oh, I like the other name that he has there.
Dixon.
Mr. Dixon.
Barney and Dixon.
Barney,
yeah.
That's right. How'd you guys' week go so far
And
this week? Yeah, and Mo Lester. How was your guys' week?
Busy.
Oh,
Actually,
we got one more guest star. Mr. Hugh Jass is here to join us, formerly known as Tom Morrow.
Yeah, you got to change it up sometime. I got a couple of I'm going to use soon.
Well, we want to get not too far into it because we want Glenn to make his call. He has a call that he was going to make to episode, what is it, number 185?
No, it's 58.
58, swinging this PCH scammer around. And
it's actually the Mega Millions scammer.
Mega Millions, yeah.
That's it.
And it's Mike Collins, right?
Glenn is going to call him back.
No, his name is Ivan Fogg.
Ivan, okay.
And
Ivan a Bonner?
Yeah, close.
All
the
right.
premise of this is I've strung them along, and I went out and bought a green dot money pack scratch card at Target. I've been dealing with the bank because the bank keeps screwing up. I put my social security check in and took funds out and send it to this other guy that's got a routing number and an account number, and it turns out it's a wire transfer fund down in the Philippines. So the money's gone. I can't get that back. The first scammer I talked to before I got transferred to Ivan had me buy a $500 card, and I gave him that card, and the guy quit and he ran off with the money. So now I talked to Ivan instead.
Boy.
So this guy got fired. So now, since I got this last greenback card, I gave him the numbers of a real card that I found on the internet under green dot cards, looking for pictures. And I got the 14 numbers, and I gave them to him, and he says, well, there's no money on that card. I said, well, it's got to be. I just got it at Target. So, and the third digit of the card is actually a 3 for the real card number. I said, well, apparently I didn't scratch it off right. That's actually an 8 underneath that 3 there. It should have been an 8. I didn't scratch off the foil enough.
Oh, no.
So he wants me to go back to Target. So I went back to Target.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. And the manager won't refund the money. So I'm out the $500 now. Plus I'm out $1,450. Plus I'm out the $199.
And of course, the scammer doesn't care.
Yeah, and the last conversation I had just before I got on here, he wants me to call Green Dot and argue with them about the card because it doesn't have any money on it and the number's wrong. So this is the pause portion where I'm supposedly talking to Green Dot.
And he still has no idea he's being played. None.
Yeah,
Zero.
No. All right, I'll let you get into it, Glenn. Go ahead and start dialing, and I'll highlight you. You get into it here.
My gosh.
And please don't say anything because I'm on my other phone that doesn't have phone service that's going through my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And if I mute you guys, then you won't be able to hear.
No, you leave it on. I'll mute everybody else. And Drew has he muted himself. I'm muted, and we're ready to go. And I'm ready on the mute button for yours if he starts saying something bad.
Okay, here he goes. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Ivan.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's the password?
7510.
That's right. Okay, I called Green Dot, and they said that for some reason they had a set of cards that went out that were bad, and I need to mail that card back to them so they can give me a new card and put the money back on it. So it's probably going to take a few days.
All right, not a problem because I'm on the road right now. So when I reach home, I call you.
Okay. Well, there's not much I can do right now, but I got the address, and I'm going to put the card in an envelope and mail it to them. So with my information, and the Target receipt, so I can get them to refund me the money, because they can check on their end to make sure that the money went into the card, but it went into the wrong card. Apparently, they got the wrong number on the back of the thing that I scratched off.
All right. Let me call you back. When I reach home, I call you.
Okay, I'll talk to you a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, my brother.
All right, bye.
Yes, bye.
Why is he going to call you back? Nothing's going to change between now and then.
He's on the road.
Nothing. Zero.
Well, after I told him I was going to go to Target and try and get this thing resolved, he called back about 8 or 9 times, and I just didn't answer the phone. I knew it was him calling because I've got him in my address book now. It comes up Scam Ivan.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's thinking that I'm not at home because I don't have a cell phone.
Right.
But I only have my landline, and it's in the kitchen.
Well, we'll stand by and let us know what happens. So let's get to some of the comments coming up here. Hello, welcome, Tim. Nice to have Storm in Kentucky. That's Spencer said that he might not. He was going to try to join us, but I sent him the link. He said he would try, but he said bad storms in Kentucky. He's closer to Cincinnati, the Cincinnati-Kentucky border. So wishing everybody well out there in stormy Kentucky. He's in Central Park, Henderson. 6,000 crosses for, oh, wow. That's really cool, Tim. Thanks for sharing that. Darlene says, hello, Tim and everyone. Jonathan, again, you are such a prince, Jonathan. The dogs will really appreciate it. In fact, that's cool because I just had to get some new milk bones because it ran out. That was a perfect timing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Grandpa Glenn, not Glenn, but Grandpa Glenn says hello to everybody. Darlene says sunny today, stormy tomorrow. Yeah. So far, what we've heard is that here in Nevada, we're supposed to bypass the rain this weekend. These scammers are like rats because they're always trying to steal your. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Manuel is in the house. Manuel, hello everyone. I'm come late. No, you're not. You're just fine. We were having some fun. Manuel, wishing you well. Hope you're doing well. Give us an update. Hello, Jerry. Good evening from Manuel. Manuel says hello to Jonathan. Thank you. T is in the house. Hello. It's the Costanzas here. It's been 3 weeks in a row. I want my damn Billy Bob hot dog. Well, I announced in one of my videos today, I was wearing the perfect shirt because today was the bike wash down at Billy Bob's. And you just sit right on the bike, and you know all their wash jobs are by hand. And so you go right through the wash for your motorcycle, sit on it, and they give you the hand job right there as you drive through. So just remember that at Billy Bob's. We're also doing cremations now at Billy Bob's. I don't know if you heard that.
They're going to need to add on to the building pretty soon because Billy Bob's got a lot of stuff.
They just bought 10 acres right next to them, so they're in good shape. Manuel says hello to the Costanza. Great. Thank you very much, Manuel. Great live stream tonight. My friend Glenn, we tried. Too bad that we couldn't get it through. He really didn't want to talk to us tonight. Darlene. Oh, hello, Dan. I got to say howdy to Dan. Dan is a loyal subscriber. He absolutely has the best positive comments he gives, and he really enjoys. And sometimes he forgets he shouldn't be eating or drinking when he starts one of my videos. You got to be careful, Dan. Yeah,
Spit takes are
Darlene.
horrible.
Yeah. No calls today on our house phone. I got so many call and hang-ups, and all of them, of course, from spoofed numbers. We had to take Mrs. over to another appointment today, a doctor's appointment. She's okay. But while I was gone, I missed 12 calls in 2 hours. Amazing how many calls were coming in. Now, one of them, I think I played the message they left, and it was one of the scammers. And because of the way I have my phone message set up, they fall for it, and the AI gets past, and they get on the line asking their questions, and there's no one there to answer it. So I know it's a scammer. Manuel says hello to Darlene. Darlene says hello back. It's the Costanzas one. So how everything is going. You know what? I woke up on the right side of the dirt this morning. I think that was the biggest accomplishment. It was great. Tarkor is in the house. What do you got, Tarkor? Told the caller today he had BCBS. Scammers here for additional benefits. Benefits me. I have additional benefits through EFU insurance limit. Oh, God, Tarkor. I know Drew was telling him, what is this? BCBS? EFU?
I know what some of those letters stand for.
Yeah, and I know Tarkor, it means it out loud for sure.
Yeah.
I saw this, Dan. The great news, they arrested 2 PCH scammers today in his hometown. I've read this. $500,000 bail on each one of them, on each and everything. Manuel says, hey to Tarkor. I know what you meant.
Gift card to pay that off, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know what you meant, Dan. I knew it wasn't Housetown. I knew it meant hometown. Darlene, I saw 50 cars caught fire at a parking garage in Jacksonville. Wow. I missed that one. Did you catch that, Drew?
I honestly haven't been paying attention to the local news today.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, we had the Fox National News on and was listening to all that.
Yeah.
We heard about the prison break in New Orleans, and
wow, that was bad.
They were talking about the 86-47.
Yeah, all that was going on.
They just kept saying that story over and over and over and over and over again. I told my mother-in-law, "This is why people don't like mainstream media."
By the 5th hour, you're watching the same news you watched 5 hours ago, and I'm done with it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Manuel says he had a doctor's appointment next week on Thursday morning. Well, God bless you. Good luck. We'll keep you in our prayers for sure. Tarkor Eastern Federal Union Insurance Limited is an insurance company in Western Pakistan. EFUIL. That's really good. Tarkor, great research. Hand what? Yeah, T, you heard it right. Billy Bob's does that every time he does car washes. It's always a hand job. Manuel's, I'm feeling better. His heart is doing great. Manuel, that's such good news, my friend. That's really, really good news. My friend have Spectrum service in Louisiana with Cox. Well, what? Wait a second.
How'd you spell that?
What? I caught up.
Very good. Very good. Hey, Glenn, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Your Mega Million scammer, his telephone number doesn't happen to start with 323 as the area code, does it?
Let me look real quick here.
That's Collins, the guy who wants the check that he's never going to get.
Yeah.
Oh, it starts with 301.
301. Okay, so he's using different numbers then, because I swear he sounded just like my guy.
I've got a
Mine
couple
starts
of them,
with
but I think
234, and the other one is I got 234 and 848 area codes.
Okay.
For mine.
Okay.
I got a
Speaking of prayers, I need some, guys.
240 and a 929.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering if he was using the same number for different people. He might have a number for each of us.
The accent sounds the same though.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It definitely sounds like a bumble clock for sure.
Yeah.
I should send you this other PCH number, Glenn. You could try with them too.
Oh, okay. Then I
Jim
got to keep
R-
two of them separate and figure out
Yeah.
what I'm going to say to this one and versus the other one.
Darlene, I was just going to ask you about that. That's great. Hubby's doing well after his surgery. Good news. I really glad you shared that.
Very good.
Tim, Spectrum and Cox are combining. You know what? That's going to be a nightmare. Evening, Jim. Jim R is here. Jim, folks, happy Friday. Maria Paz, welcome. Hi, guys. I was just dealing with a scammer. Hey, must be scammers out front. Dealing with a scammer whose number I previously blocked. It doesn't matter. They just spoofed the next one. I quit blocking them because it's a waste of my time doing it. They just call from different numbers, the same people. Manuel says, hey to Tim. Let's see. Hello, Maria Paz from Manuel. Maria Paz. Hola, Manuel. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Igwes? Oh, of course. Thank you very much. And I'll let you decipher. That's not the word I'm looking for. Translate. I don't want to get it wrong. Jim R says, hey to Manuel. What do you get? Yes. GTSY. A real Spectrum rep called me this week begging me to come back to them. Yeah, no, thank you. You know, with all the updates that we're supposed to be getting and all the discounts, they should be paying us to have their service now, because they keep getting me free updates and free service, everything. I got 3 months free coming.
And they never ever send you the new boxes.
No, I never got
never
mine.
do. Never do.
I gave him my routing number, my checking account, and everything.
And your McGill address.
Yeah, my McGill. MC Gill, as they say it. They can't say McGill. They go MC Gill, Nevada. Yeah, that's it. 301 is a Maryland area code. The address where PCH Scammer wanted you to send the money is also in Maryland. That's really good.
I'll tell you the routing number that he gave me to transfer the $1,450 to. I did a Google search on that routing number, and it's a Citibank wire transfer fund in the Philippines.
I think you guys heard a lot of people bought. Anyway, I have the timeshare exit companies that are trying to call me. And I had that girl yesterday, just insane. They called back today, and I put it together into just the montage of stuff I had hit me today just a little bit ago. And they're just like stupid. And it's the same flipping company that I've told them, do not call me. And last year, I used every 4-letter expletive on them to not call me back. And I swear, 10 minutes later, the same lady from the same company called me right back after I cursed her out. And I was done. It took them 6 months before they decided to start calling me back. Well, big mistake.
Yesterday, I mean, it was similar to what Roger had with the final expense insurance, and he transferred me to a real agent in the United States with AIG, and they gave me the name of the agency and stuff like that. I was talking to the guy and giving him, the Dixon voice, and then I went back to my real voice. I said, your company is going to get in big trouble. It's a $5,000 fine for using third-party solicitors outside the country to bypass the do not call list. And he got irate with me and swore at me. And I knew it was a real agent because I got the name of his agency and I looked it up. He was in North Carolina. So I reported him to the FTC.
MedGuard Alert is the other one that uses these third-party call centers to call. They got turned into the Federal Trade Commission yesterday. But this other guy that I went through 3 different layers of the scammer call center to get to Bryant Clayton at Pivotal Health. That does the final expense. This guy said he's the legitimate guy, and I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. Well, I turned it into the Federal Trade Commission anyway. And he gave me his office desk number, his personal desk number. So I haven't called him back. I'll give him a few days and I'll call him back to see if it's real and to let him know that he's been turned into the Federal Trade Commission. And he said, oh, he's a legit company and BS. I can't find really anything on this Pivotal Health. Not that does life insurance, like he said. So we'll see where that goes.
Roger got the other day when he got the real agent on the phone. The real agent had no clue that
he said
was being transferred to your call.
Yeah.
So he is innocent, but his company is on the hook.
Well, he said he didn't know how they did that, but I tend not to believe him because if their company uses these tactics to bypass the Federal Trade Commission do not call list, I don't trust anybody that works for them.
I bet just about every insurance company is doing this.
That's what we're finding out. Catherine's in the house. Catherine said she's late, lost track of time. Catherine, we need an update. Please let us know what's going on with your boy. Maria Paz. Yeah, I'm sure I have a whole you do have a whole list of entire list of scammers. You do. They just keep coming. Manuel says hello to Cathra. This is good. I just asked him how's it going, and they hang up. I know. A simple question. Or I asked today, I said, oh, what was your name? I missed it. They hung up. I forgot the lady who called. I posted that one already. Pizza, something. Oh, hello, pizza. Couldn't hear. And Mumbles, I had Mumbles this afternoon. Mumbles called me. I didn't understand. I just mumbled back to him, and he had no idea what I was saying either.
Yes.
Maria Paz says hi to Cathra. Where are we at? Hey, did I miss Ralph? Where's Ralph? Oh, Ralph. Oh, you talked to me about the 301 area code. Yes, thank you. Manuel says hello to Ralph. Catherine saying hello. Tim dumped Cox or Spectrum, whatever they were now, a few months ago. Maria, by Mrs. SWS, I commented on a video I just saw. I love your shirt. Her kitty cats.
Kitty cats?
Yeah, she loves her kitties.
Yes.
Cruising on the high seas travel. Hello, all. Well, welcome. He must have been with your mother-in-law and your wife and everybody.
Good possibility.
They were cruising. Good evening to everyone from Ralph. Thank you. Jim R. Monday, I was in the blood lab at a Medicare scammer called me. Oh, no. I was pissed. I yelled loud on the phone. Shut the hell up, bitch. I'm sure everybody looks at you real funny. And I know that Drew gets those looks sitting in his store taking the calls.
I do.
I was at a x-ray place for her, and I'm waiting in the waiting room. I had to step out to take the call, and I was able to record. I put it up a few months back, but it was funny. Everybody in there watched me. I said, oh, I got to answer this scammer phone call to the entire lobby sitting there. I announced it, and I stepped out so I wouldn't interrupt them. Maria Paz says, good job.
Got a
Good
quick
job,
one for
Jim.
you, man.
Yeah.
So I missed last week. A lot of you guys probably know. Some good and some bad. I have some. I'm learning. I'm thinking is going to be permanent major blood pressure problems right now. So yesterday I was at 171 over 120, and today I was at 163 over 113, which is crazy high.
Oh my.
That's a little high.
But I'm going to have to deal with that eventually. But I'm leading into the next thing. Good news. I missed last week's stream because my sister, who's 27, had a bachelor's already and graduated this past Friday with her doctorate in physical therapy. So she is officially a doctor now.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, she can't help with my heart, but she can help with my neck, which is pretty jacked.
That's it.
Checkups.
And then I've got, I had some scammers on the phone yesterday. Go ahead.
Thomas, and real quick, I just want to drop in Spencer. He did get to join us from Stormy, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
It's coming pretty soon here in the Cincinnati area. I guess I'm in Kentucky. I still can't pronounce the way you do. But
He's trying to take it outside.
I'll get it down.
So let's go, Thomas. So where are we at? Your sister's going to help you with your neck, but not your high blood pressure.
Yeah, she can't. I never had high blood pressure before, but anyway, more relevant to this, I had a scam yesterday. Digital marketing and AI tools company that scam crap, trying to sell to businesses. It's all crap.
Yeah.
But because I'm on a lot of tech things online, so I get those kind of calls, and I had them so crazy. I called them back and harassed them 117 times in a row, over about 2 hours, and I had them go so nuts that they changed the phone number because they had no choice. Because I called it from 20 different numbers. I have apps for that, and all of them go straight to disconnected messages and stuff. That means they had to go change in all their stupid pop-ups, all their everywhere. So I essentially shut them down for a couple hours, and that was great. But one of them,
You gotta look into that.
I had him convinced.
The Google Voice, is that one that you use to change the numbers?
I used Google Voice. I used Text Free. I used Text Now. I used Text Me. I used on Android. There's a number of them. Text Now is the one I was thinking of. Yeah. There's Burner. There's Second Number. There's a million of them.
That's
So
really good.
I use them all. But one guy, I'll make this a short version. But one guy, I had him so wrapped around my finger. I offered him a job. And I talked to this guy for the first 30 minutes of all this before I harassed the rest of them. I told him I'd pay him $1,000 USD per month if he just told me the truth that it was a scam and stopped scamming, and that he should send me his details on WhatsApp. And he did. He sent me his personal information on WhatsApp, and of course, I'm not doing anything for him, but I just wanted to make him feel stupid and look stupid because he is. And yeah, he eventually hung up. Suddenly, when I told him to say on the phone call that it was a scam, because he didn't want that on the recorded thing for his bosses to see. And then he sent the information. So he's going to get no response, but that it was still fun.
Okay.
That's the end of my.
I know you've seen Drew's show, the live show on Saturdays, same time. He always says, "Hey, knock it off." It's what he always says. He always says that. Screw and share. Record your stuff and share it.
Drew.
Right, so don't forget that. We got to get it out so people can see the tactics these idiots use. Yes, Spencer.
I just wanted to say hi to everybody else up.
Let me get through some of these real quick.
Glenn, of course.
After that, a very interesting conversation with Final Expense Scammer right before I got here. Awesome. Well, we'll wait for you to post it. We'll go check out on your channel. Don't forget, check out Catherine's channel. She has a lot of fun videos she puts up. Here's hi, Mr. Scammer. I love your videos. Thank you very much. They crack me up all the time. I just can't. And just remember not to be drinking or eating when you're watching my videos for the first time, because you might spit it out through your nose. Darlene says, stayed at a timeshare in Indiana about 30 years ago. Yeah. I hope you didn't buy one. Let's see. Maria Paz, I love Catherine. Looking forward to that video. Yes. By the way, I sent you an email message for Julie. Julie has created some great little AI videos. And I didn't see her on here tonight, but I'll post a couple of hers onto my page so you can see them. She did a great job, and they're really, really cleverly done. Just small, short little ones, but they're fun. Tarkor always has some great stuff to say. I'm thinking about, I think blocking numbers in the network leads the numbers to be blocked as spam or telemarketing. I get a call block as spam. I'm fast enough, a second call. Yeah. That doesn't do much because, like I said, they'll spoof the number and come back. Oh. Manuel says, hello to you, Mrs. SWS.
Hello, Manuel.
One financial expense scammer told me he was going to lie to the agent. Yeah, you wanted you to lie to the agent. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And then tell them that I called them because in their records, they put me down as if I called them instead of them calling me.
Yeah.
Again, trying to beat the Federal Trade Commission regulations on the do not call list. Nikki, how are you? She's in the house. I was going to the store to return the wrong cables. Sorry. Hi, all. Please forget. Doesn't matter when you come in here. We have the silliness and the frivolity the whole time. Don't worry. Maria Paz. They lie to steal. Exactly. Tarkor says the second block as spam. Hopefully it applies to those that use spam filters. Yeah, in fact, it even comes up, especially on my cell, comes up possible spam. I go, good answer. Hello.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only way to truly stop them, if you really want to stop, is to change your phone number, which is a huge hassle, and nobody's going to want to do that. But that's the only way to really stop it.
Well, that'll only slow them down because they will often randomly dial numbers.
And then be on do not call lists, and
you will eventually get your number and call. It's the only way I've been told to actually stop a scammer from calling is not to answer your phone.
Right.
Because if you answer your phone, they register that number as a live number and they sell it to other scam call centers.
You'll only slow it down, and then do things like get Aura to remove your data from brokers.
The guy Bryant Clayton from this Pivotal Health, he looked my number up while he was sitting at his desk, he said, and he goes, wow, your number really is big red flags, do not call list. I said, well, your calling center is calling me. It doesn't work when they're from out of the country I told them, I said, they're using a spoofed number.
Wait a minute. I put my phone on silent. So I get call after call after call that I do not answer. And the next day, I get call after call after call. So some of them are, nothing. But I'm getting calls, so I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't answer many of her calls. And then she tricked me. She forwarded her cell phone to mine. Like Drew gets his wife's numbers. She forwarded it to mine. I go, what? Why does this phone never stop ringing? Because I'm getting her calls and mine.
Yep. Well, I have the home number, her cell, and my cell. So I have 3 lines that forward to my number.
Yeah.
So
my home number forwards to my cell. I got an idea. Listen to this here. I'm going to play. Whoops. Anyway, that's not what I want. Play this. All right.
Please check the number and dial again. Announcement 4. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement 4.
I think what we need to do is record that, and when a scammer calls in, you just play that recording.
Yeah, maybe they'll stop calling. Put that as your
voicemail.
As your voicemail.
That sounds a good idea.
Real quick, I'll catch up with some of these. Maria Paz says, congrats to your sister. That's great, huge ass. Nikki, yay, and sorry about your blood pressure. Cruising, let's
terrible.
see.
I feel like garbage.
Now, Cruising on the High Seas Travel is asking a question. May I please ask for 2 very small favors? 1, I recently got my 1,000. Just need to lock it in. And 2, need loads of WH to get monetized. If you can help, what?
Watchtowers.
Oh, so what
get
you got to do
monetized.
is just, What? Thank you. I didn't know WH. I thought he needed the White House or something. You just got to be patient. It'll get there. And if you got the interesting videos and whatever, what it is how long they watch the video, and that you'll get there. It'll take a little bit of time. I mean,
the trick I found was to post daily content.
Yeah.
Daily content.
Yep.
Just post daily content. Don't do once a week and think you're going to get a bunch of subscribers and a bunch of views. You got to constantly keep churning out stuff. And now don't churn out crap, else nobody will come back. Make them interesting and do at least one a day. Like I'm for this month, I'm doing a video a day, a short a day, and then a bonus video. And You know, that three is my limit, just simply because that's the number of notifications YouTube will send out. But daily content is the key.
Let's see, watch time. Let me look at this. So I'm going to look at lifetime. So I started this channel in August of 2024, and I had 179.2 thousand watch hours since August of last year. And now I'm sitting at 9,400 subscribers and 1.8 million views on the channel. And again, that's all started by doing daily videos. It was at first it was like 2 or 3, maybe 1 or 2. Sometimes I'll just, instead of banking the video, I do bank some to do a Sunday because we don't have any calls on Sundays, or when I'm going out of town, I be able to schedule some to come up. But I've always got something, and now it's between 4 to 5 postings a day. I get it that after 3, no one's going to get the notification, but
right.
Subscribers will click on your channel to see if you have anything new, and it does happen. And I got to say, Rick from Rick Rickenbacker Music has been posting pretty much every day now because he gets so many calls. And before I came here, I just looked. He had another one, and it was another 20-minute call from an auto warranty scammer. So can't wait to go watch that one. But just be patient.
But the other thing, the algorithm will put, on your home page, when you open your YouTube, your home page will often show things that you watched recently anyway. So even if you don't get the notifications, the algorithm will end up putting them on the home page.
Yep.
So,
but be patient with it, Cruising. It'll happen. It won't happen like in a day or two. It's just give it time, and it'll start building, and you get the loyal following, and they start watching the entire videos. And one thing I found, I did put a couple of 1-hour videos up this past week. You lose the attention span. And I think that 25 to 40-minute video is more than enough. But sometimes they want to stay on longer. Or if you have, like Glenn has a ongoing saga, like one of the old serials, and you got to wait for the next episode because you're waiting for the guy to call back. And it keeps them hooked for the next one. And that kind of stuff works.
Another little tidbit that I learned much later in the channel. Somebody was saying that you have to make sure that you set your videos to the right type of I forgot what it's called, but usually it defaults to entertainment.
Right.
And what the tip that I got was go to somebody who does videos similar to yours. I went to Kit Boga and they showed you how to see in the code what they set it at. And when I looked at Kit Boga's, he had set it for comedy, not for entertainment.
Yep.
And if you set it for comedy, it quote unquote should get more views because if you're doing stuff in the same realm as somebody who's successful, set your parameters the same way they do.
Yep.
So
and the search term is more popular.
I don't know if it honestly works better or not. I just started doing it a long time ago, but it was something that I didn't know initially.
Right.
So
and I think with that algorithm, when it's that, because people are looking for something, grab a quick laugh or whatever, they just put in comedy or scammers, and our channels pop up.
Yep. Well, guys, I got to run.
Yep.
I appreciate hanging out with y'all, and I look forward to talking to some of you tomorrow.
And tomorrow night on Drew's channel at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, he's going to have a special story to tell. Don't forget, it's pretty funny. So join us there tomorrow night, 8 p.m. on the East Coast and everywhere in between. And the channel is Misfit Corner Scams. Look him up and have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.
I may tease everybody with the actual picture related to the story. I've been holding off putting it up because, I showed the guys the picture and
do it as a presentation. So it's real big so everybody can see it.
And check your mailbox because you're waiting on.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good night.
Later.
Have fun. See ya. Bye. I hope you guys can join tomorrow. That's going to be some fun. It's a funny story. JJ's in the house. Hello, JJ. Good to have you here, man. Hey, Troy, Toy G, how are you, man? Good to have you here. Welcome each and everyone. Mary Dugan, hello, Mary. Glad you're here. There's a Maria Paz. Oh my God, there's a scammer in the chat or bot. Well, we'll find him. Look at, thank you very much. Look at all the handsome men's and beautiful misses. Thank you so much, Nikki. Nikki, give us an update how you are feeling. We missed that. Manuel says hello to Mari. Hello to Manuel. Oh, here we go. Hello, Screwing with Scammers. Manuel, hello. Nice to have you here. Everybody, it's Sal. It's Sal. Mr. Mike, hi, Sal, for being here. It makes me feel a lot better to know that you're all sticking it to scammers. I'm blind. It could be the designated drinker. Well, that's Mrs. When we go out for dinner, she's a designated drinker and I'm the designated driver. Dan, it says, yeah, don't drink and watch. Yeah, just don't do it. He's found out the hard way. Nikki, Mr. and Mrs. had a little accident watching your videos a second time. I told you, be careful. No eating or drinking. There's something just might get blurted out in the middle of a video, and you'll just lose it. Somebody asked me the other day, how does she sit there right next to you while you're recording this without cracking up? I said, well, she's heard most of the silliness from me for the last 30 years, but she tries to be so quiet during the show that they don't get interrupted by her laughter.
Yeah.
There's some things that really get her going, though, even though she may not have heard it lately.
Oh, no, he has done a few things that I shake my head.
Wow. That's a little better, but you got to get it under 100.
156, 108, and 91.
Got to get it under 100.
Mine, I had an appointment with my cancer doctor. I have a couple of them yesterday, and mine was 90 over 40.
There you go.
They were no, they didn't like that at all. 90 over.
That's way low. That's way low.
What's up for you?
With my other issues, plus I have the PVCs in the heart, which
Yep.
they did a 12-point EKG, and it just didn't look good. That Dr. Muth, that's his name, explained it to me. He's like, these are just not. So now they're scheduling an RFA for my heart, and I'm not looking radio frequency ablation. So burn those things away so I can get them back to.
That's what she had.
But he said right now that I'm in a very dangerously low situation with the blood pressure. And then I was not even going to bring this up, except that he was showing his, and I think we're all confused at each other.
And
so I just throw mine in there.
One of her meds she had to cut back because her heart rate was too low. But that's what helps keep her not going into AFib. And so between that and the blood thinners and the ablation she had done, she's doing much better. Still throws PVCs now and then.
Fun.
Well, mine are really still very, very bad.
Well, I got to read this from Tim. I got tossed out of a timeshare presentation in Branson about 25 years ago. I kept saying no. They hate that word.
Every time they send me those timeshare, come visit us and we'll work on getting you out of your timeshare, blah, 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 blah. It's a free meal. I go for the free meal because I don't have a timeshare. I haven't had one in 30 years.
Well, and that's the thing. I said the other day, talking to the timeshare exit idiot, that I think those timeshare exit people are just as bad as the timeshare sales people. They're both scumbag scammers. Timeshare sales are scammers. You need to bring a lawyer with you, a real estate lawyer to come and read the documents from the timeshare scam before you sign them. It's the only way to keep yourself safe, because
Once you
there's
get
a
on the
clause in
database,
there.
You're never going to get off of it.
There's a clause in there that's in perpetuity. So that means 400 years from now, my ancestors will still be paying the maintenance timeshare. Timeshare, what did I call it the other day? Maintenance fees. I will pay she sounded like she was from the Philippines. So I went along with her to tell her that I was from the Philippines too. And I don't like to pay the maintenance fees. I do not like the maintenance fees.
Well, you know the old joke about how you catch a polar bear, don't you?
What's that?
Well, you go out on the ice, you dig a hole in the ice, and you open a can of peas, you sprinkle them around the edge of the ice. When the bear comes up to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
There you go. Goes right in. Jim R. Let's see what this. Did you hear about the guys from the Coinbase that got fired that worked in India that got bribed to hack and steal people's accounts for a Coinbase accounts, and hackers demand 20 million? Yes. I was reading that. I didn't get the whole story, but yeah, I heard they got busted for it. And this is the stuff they do. Bitcoin or any of the other Coinbase things, they dupe you into. You go to the what was the coin, the little deal? You go to the store and you put the money in to buy the Bitcoin.
Coinstar?
Coinstar?
Not Coinstar. That's you put your coins in there and get money back. But you put money into it to buy Bitcoin. But
Done Bitcoin or any of that. I don't know. I'm not well versed. I just give me cash, and I just give me some green cash and let me go along the way.
Beside Glass Bottle is in the house. Hello, each and every one from Glass Bottle. Thank you. Manuel says hello to Glass Bottle. Toy G says, Drew, you are so right. Nikki says, Drew, you are so right.
By the way,
Scammers,
well,
wish you well. Eventually they'll find you no matter what they want to do. Toy, that's exactly what I tell everybody on my videos. If you don't recognize the number, don't answer it. He doesn't answer any of the numbers he doesn't recognize. That's great, man.
I never do. Never.
Yeah. And if you answer it and it says, oh, it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Hang up on them.
I hate cliches, but it actually is relevant when it comes to that. It really is.
There it is. T's got the answer. Yeah, the legitimate Coinbase employees sold it to the scammers. And that's how they ripped off millions of dollars from people.
I'm sure they got a kickback too.
Yeah.
Of course.
Darlene says, in 1983, I moved down to New York. My number there ended up being my old woman's crisis center. Oh, no. He got calls in the middle of the night. Holy smokes. That was a horrible number to get. Oh, that's funny, Nikki. I'm still waiting for the letter to arrive from the Midwest Credit Management to arrive since 2017. Yeah, you never get, and we never got our television boxes we've been promised. I don't know, man. JJ, I had a voicemail greeting on my phone that said, yes, you reached the wrong number. Please check the number. Yeah. They connected you to the wrong friggin'. They do that when they transfer you to the licensed agent. And they don't realize that the number they're transferring to was one of their spoofed numbers that was disconnected. And they have one, usually they'll call that number and their other scammers supposed to be waiting there. But they didn't realize they dialed the wrong number for you. Maria Catherine says, I'm not for me. I'm worried about being monetized. I just want to inform. Yes, thank you. That's all I started it for. And then it took off, and I let things happen unnaturally, just what it does. Darlene, how is your husband? Yes. She, I think earlier said he was okay.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right here. Darlene says Nikki's doing well. Change the bandage. Mole was on. Yeah, the skin cancer on top of his head. That's, I go every 6 months because I did have one basal cell, and I'm out in the sun. Not on the bike as much as I used to be, but you're out in the sunshine, you're just susceptible. Yeah, Maria paused. Not my attention span. I suppose they have ADHD. To me, the longer the video, the better. Well, that's good. That's why I love Vicky and Benji, Trixie Tricks, Organized Chaos, Rick, and so many as long. She likes the long. That's great. Yeah, Maria paused. They don't cuss. I watch. Yeah, sometimes it's when the scammer goes off at the end of the video, it's like, you know what, go ahead and say what you want to say and let it all out. Then everybody knows how underhanded, dastardly these people are, because no legitimate company, no matter how angry you got one of their service people, they will never curse at you.
Or tell you to go to hell.
Oh, tell you to go to the hell.
Go to the
Go to the hell, she said to me yesterday.
Go to the hell.
Darlene's. Oh, we just saw that, didn't I? That's no him because takes time to getting better. This is good news. Let's pray that continues for the good news. Yes. Hyatt Sal said you may not get to me. Just know I'm here. Yes, we got you. Thanks. We're glad to have you here, Sal. We're glad to have you here.
Absolutely. Hi, Sal.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan. I'm glad you shared it. And I will pray for both of you. Yes, guys, you got that, Spencer? You got that, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nikki says,
and I do have a history, but Nikki said something about that. My father
You
died
are
of a heart
so
attack. My mother had
unhealthy.
one.
Yep, must be hereditary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a guy on our chorus that I think he's like 84 or 85 years old, and he had a mole on top of his head, and it was cancerous. So he's sitting in the doctor's office. They got him all numbed up and everything like that, and they're digging it out. And I said, "How you doing?" He says, "Well, I don't think I can breathe any better." He's talking about the blowhole.
Yeah, right. Oh, Maria Paz, you're funny. Maria Paz is hilarious.
It's about a blowhole episode.
It's not fun to not answer. She says, my husband does that. And I'm like, well, that's not fun. We're opposites. I answer them. Yes, Maria Paz, keep wasting their time. That's the best thing. Then they're not on the phone with someone who doesn't know better. There it is. See, Tim got it right. The grocery store has Bitcoin machines. They must make money from the space rental. Yeah, they get a percentage of whatever Bitcoin they buy. But they want you to invest in the Bitcoin and give them the number on your receipt, and then they steal your money from that account you just set up. That's what the scammers do with that information. Everybody's glad that Darlene's husband is getting better.
Can I interject in here, Roger, for a quick moment?
Please jump in.
I've been pretty quiet tonight, but I know that, well, you and I talk on the phone, like an hour last night. Trust me, Roger does use some pretty colorful language, as do I.
I never say that F word, ever.
Okay, if you want to go with that.
Wonder why she was laughing.
Even, Willie is laughing about it. But the reason I was a few minutes late getting on the live stream, guys, was I was on the phone with my dad, and he was back in the hospital for blood clot in his leg from the broke back in January. I know that's full of. I think you guys and Julie. I'm not sure who else, but I talked to him. They put a filter. They call it a filter in his artery there in the leg, and keep on heparin the whole time he was there. Obviously IV, that's heparin, but they sent him home tonight actually, and the swelling has been coming back, but he feels okay, I guess, and they gave him a prescription for Eliquis.
Yep.
Which I'm glad about.
They just put me on Eliquis.
See, I was on Brilinta when mine happened, but they put him on Eliquis at least for the next 30 days, and then blah blah blah. So I don't want to drag everybody down with medical and health stuff, but I know a lot of people on here care about this channel, even care about me, and which is amazing. Nobody should. I mean, anyway. So I thought I'd throw that out there so I could give a quick little update and shut up.
On the Medicare, the Xarelto blood thinner was $600+ a month.
Hmm.
She ran out of the discount from Xarelto, so that was no longer viable. So then it was, I mean, it was a lot less, but they ended up switching her to Eliquis. And with our Advantage plan, the cost was zero. So and that was the generic Xarelto was $600 a month.
It's still the same thing. I mean, whoa,
Yeah.
even generic was that expensive?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The Eliquis brand name was zero. It's covered. It's insane.
Oh boy, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Anything that actually helps someone, they're going to rip you on it.
JJ says, I got a follow-up call from, the toll fines test. Yes. They said that my license will be suspended and I will be getting arrested.
Yeah,
First of all, she just got that one. First of all, you don't use toll. We don't have toll roads here. And all of that were like 10 other people were attached. Oh, man. They really.
Oh, they told me that my California DMV would not be renewed.
Which we haven't had in over 18 years.
I got one the other day, and they told me I was going to be put under the rest.
Under the arrest.
I got a live one.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Let's see.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Must be a quitter.
Maybe they wanted Dixon. Well, it was a try.
Ivan may still call us back before we close here tonight.
Yeah.
Another interruption here. Sorry. Speaking of being under the arrest, I hope this is okay to say, but I just want to say Happy National Police Week to all of our heroes. I don't know why it's only for 1 week. I always celebrate it. Very important to me. But it, regardless of people's opinions, whatever, at least certain groups get a whole month or even longer. Our police only get 1 week. So if it's okay, well, I guess I'm doing it because we're live. You can mute me if you want, I guess. But
no, never.
No, it's
Never.
the same thing with nurses.
Nurses only get 1 week.
I just who was like the unsung heroes in law enforcement in terms of like my brain, the dispatchers and call takers, they hardly ever get acknowledged for what, and they are literally the first line of defense. When you call 911, you don't go directly to a police officer driving in his cruiser. You go to a person, a lady or a man, or whatever they want to call themselves, I guess these days, that will dispatch that accordingly and coordinate that. But anyway, this week, and of course we're on Friday now, so it ends tomorrow. But it's National Police Week, and I just want to say thank you to. Well, I don't know if all y'all can see my hat, but I always wear I have a white one too. It has a thin line flag on it. So thank you to all of our LEOs, which stands for Law Enforcement Officer. And thank you for letting me spit that out, and I'll shut up for a while.
And these are the public servants that get out there and put their life on the line to keep you safe.
Every day. And it's one political party. We don't talk politics here. But they defund and have been very successful until we have a new administration now, but that want to defund all of that.
Yep. And they just found out. They just found out how bad that was down in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right.
They escaped, and she was up there, the chief of police, or she was I can't remember what she was complaining they don't have enough money to hire more officers and fix their jail and everything else. And that all stems back from that defund the police garbage.
Correct. And
I'm going to leave it at that.
We'll leave it because Roger, you and I
We
have
agree.
in private.
Yep.
So, and I know that this channel is not, this
Yep.
is not what it's for. But my main thing was to just, I just want to thank the police. I always do. I don't need a week, a special week out of the year to do it. But it is National Police Week.
Yep. Well,
So I
what we have done in the past, and when we were both working and doing very well for ourselves, we'd be at our local restaurant, and there would be a group of officers that came in. We would tell the waitress we're buying their dinners, and we paid for their dinner.
more.
Yeah, we did that for them.
Good.
Let me.
Thank you.
Maria has got this is really great. JJ, I just got one like SWS about the accidents call. 1, can't scam a person who doesn't drive. That's really good. 2, can't scam a person who doesn't fall for scams. And 3, she said, I said goodbye, Rundi, and hung up. Perfect way to handle that, Maria Paz. She knew that you had her. She knew you were under their garbage. What a great way to do that. And you know what? That's the best way to handle these idiots. Oh, JJ says he's praying for you, Thomas and Spencer. You guys, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good. Oh, Tom. Hey, thank you so much, buddy.
Catherine says the same. She gets the toll text. She doesn't even have a car. Maybe it was on your mobility scooter. You never know. Nikki said, I hope you are okay. Yes. I didn't mean to make light of it. Hey, no. Don't worry. We understand a joke is a joke, and it's nothing to be real. Maria Pa sending her love to Julie. I gotta see why she wasn't here tonight. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to possible coffee. And Chris knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm glad you're here. What does this say? Tim says, I try to watch live. Yes, on Patrol. That's a good show. And I do like, I think Spencer, one of the other ones you might like is the, I like the Body Cam was a great show too.
Oh yeah, well, there's some other ones that like Live on Patrol. If they're talking about the one from Ramsey County with Sheriff Bob Fletcher,
yep.
I know him. What a fantastic man, and what a great show. I mean, he went through some controversy years ago, but that was all clear. But he's great. I tell you, another one that I just can't get enough of is Frank Sloop, from Pinal County Sheriff's Office in Arizona.
Oh, yes. And I liked the sheriff that he doesn't do it. He's not there tonight. Is Arpaio from Arizona.
Right. From Maricopa.
Yeah. Maricopa County. My friend lives in Gilbert, and he said he was the best. The crime rate was just so low under him.
I thought it was funny that he put tents outside and he put male prisoners in pink
prison issue underwear.
Pink
Their
underwear.
BVDs were pink.
I got a 10-second one. I saw a video that the cop had a girl pulled over. She was actually really pretty. They had the girl pulled over, and she said, well, I thought you didn't give pretty girls tickets. And he said, we don't. Sign here. It was like an 8-second video, but it was like, oh crap.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's fantastic. Well, I saw a where a cop walked up to a car and he said, is there anything in the car I should know about? And the person said, no, but there are some things you shouldn't know about.
That's funny. I did get out of a ticket many years ago because the cop just needed some lighthearted humor in his day. He came up to me and I was going way over the speed limit. And he said to me, he says, do you know why I pulled you over? I said, I do. He says, do you know how fast you were going? I just looked at him. I said, I do know how fast I was going, but if you know how fast I was going, I am in trouble. He busted out laughing. He goes, give me your license and registration. I'll be right back. He went back, comes back. He says, you know what? I'm going to give you a warning. Slow down. And he said, you know what? You made my day. I had a horrible day today, and you made me laugh. Here,
See,
get
this
out.
made me think of another one. It was another quick. The lady, the guy goes up to the window, and you know they say license and registration, but in the video it was a skit. But for the skit, the cop says, "Papers, please," and the lady goes, "Scissors, I win."
Well,
Oh.
still
It was so
funny.
stupid, but it was.
Then there's the other one
Darlene's
where the cop pulls the guy over and rolls down the window and says, "You know why I pulled you over?" And says, "Yeah. Would you like a donut?" He holds up a glazed donut. He says, "Thank you," and he walks away.
Those are the setup ones. Those are funny. Darlene says we got all the toll tax my husband used to have an easy pass. I know exactly what that is for work, and the company paid the bill. And he retired in 2022, so he hasn't been using it. That's funny. I didn't get these texts for the toll roads, and I went to Chicago last year and I rented a car and I said, "Yeah, just give me the easy pass. I don't want to mess around with it. I just want to." Then I don't have to worry about paying at the toll booth. I just drive through and it's done. I leave the thing on the dashboard. Never got it. She's getting them all. And I rented the car under my name, my number, my credit card, and everything else. And I don't get the toll texts.
Because you already have to drive through colonoscopy. It's enough driving
Yeah,
stuff.
that's it. Tar court. Oh, God. Been waiting 10 years for be arrested by the IRS. I'm just in my
Sure, I would.
my postings.
That's okay.
In my postings, I just posted a really funny video from Ownage Pranks where he called into the IRS call center and the scammer center and messed with them. It was really funny. So it's in my posts if you look under the postings that I've done. But I gave him props. He's really good. He does all the characters himself, no scripts. He does really, really great. He's a voice character actor. Maria Potts says, "Hey to Chris. It's difficult being a police officer. I couldn't do it." Yes, Nikki, 100%.
Yep.
Maria Paz, my dad was one. Died doing what he loved. Arrested my mom when he was at it. Oh, God.
Well. Can we go back a sec? He died doing what he loved. Can I ask Maria Paz? What I can't. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but
Paul.
how did he? What was it in the line of duty?
I don't know.
Well, I'm asking her or him.
We'll see if when she comes up. I'll check these. Oh, perfect. Harry White. Hey, hi, Mr. Milton Bradley. You should introduce Whammo to somebody. Yeah, I did the other day. As a matter of fact, I said, no, we don't play games here at Milton Bradley. Maybe Whammo, Ideal, and the Parker brothers do, but we don't. And I know the guy will see to make sure all of that doesn't happen. We go down the street and see General Mills. He's a retired Army general. And he'll make sure that you're regular as long as you eat your good Wheaties and fiber.
He just got hired at Billy Bob's.
That's it.
Yeah.
Serial consultant now.
Yep. Serial consultant. Yep.
It's okay. At least I know my mom is in heaven. She's why I have a relationship with Jesus Christ, but we don't talk about Bruno here. Yeah, I get you. Maria Paz, my daddy was in the other end. He was being arrested all the time. Oh, wow. He joined the military at 16 to run away. Holy crap, Nikki. Maria Paz, I can't remember one. What did you say, Maria? I can't remember a joke I once heard where the cop was drunk and he stopped someone and recites and legislation. Oh, license and registration. She read it backwards. But I don't know the rest of the joke. I know I do. It remind me, but I cannot remember the full joke.
I don't get that either. I'm still trying to figure out how Dad died.
Louisville, Kentucky, works in Kentucky and Georgia and Florida. Oh, the Sun Pass. Yes.
We don't have any tolls here in the Cincinnati area at all. They're trying to do it. Most of y'all, whether you're from here or not, the Brent Spence Bridge is a huge deal. All the presidents come here as a backdrop to talk about because it's a very antiquated bridge, but it is the main artery between Michigan and Florida. and falling apart almost. And they keep trying to want to build a new one, and they're talking about, oh, we might have to do tolls, and we might. And of course, most of us that live here that are involved heavily in politics are like, no, you can do it without tolls. So we've never had tolls here as long as I've lived here, which has been my entire life.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. You pay your tax money for road maintenance and all these other things, and then they want to make you pay again to drive across a bridge to get where the hell you want to go. It's like, wait, I think I've already paid into this, but no, they just want to take more and more and more and more and more money.
Yeah, it's kind of like the road they've got here, and goes from Denver to Boulder. When they first put that road in like 30, 40 years ago, it was a toll road. They finally paid off the toll road, so they opened it up free. And then, like the last 10 years, they decided, oh, let's hire this French company to manage this, and they're going to put in a toll lane without asking the voters for it. And they put it in. So now they have to pay a toll again if you want to use the toll lane on a road that was already paid off.
Exactly what I'm talking about. They've already taken your tax money, and then now they want to do this without getting a vote on it, and you have to pay even more to go through it without even asking the voters who they've already taken your money, your tax money that's supposed to be allocated for that. Even the lottery, a lot of that money is supposed to be spent on that and schools and education. I don't think it ever gets to where it's supposed to go, because then they just keep charging us more money all the time.
In the Boston Harbor, we dumped tea for that years ago.
Well, what they told us is said, well, is to construct a new toll lane. You know what they did? They make the 2 lanes narrower to add a 3rd lane. So they didn't do any road work. They just changed the paint.
No emergency way to stop on if you're on that, right?
Yeah.
On the toll road, no.
If you break down, there's nowhere to go. You're going to be stuck in a lane, because they take 2 lanes, put them into 3. When it was 2, you had a way to get off the road a little bit if you had a car problem. Then they struck the 3, because that's what they've done to the Brent Spence Bridge.
They did that in Chicago too with their toll roads.
Going north or south, if you have a car problem, you are going to be stuck right in the middle of the road with semis and all kinds of stuff driving by. Because instead of actually repairing it with the money we've given them from our tax money, they're just like, no, we'll just make an extra lane. And then if people break down, well, good luck.
Yeah. Maria Paz, first of all,
I am sorry.
Perfectly pronounced, sir. And I love you and Mrs. SWS for it. And second, yes, he was a cop, died in the line of duty doing what he loved.
Okay. I appreciate you. I don't like that, but I appreciate you answering my question with that. And
Maria Paz, muchas gracias.
With you.
And muchas gracias para lo papá.
Yes.
Um,
God bless you and your family.
Tarkor refused to get the gift cards that I told the IRS was going to arrest him. Still waiting.
Gonna put you under the wrist.
Yeah, Maria Paz, you're right. The joke is, I cannot remember the rest of that joke, but I'll look it up. I'll find it somewhere. Darlene says, my step-grandfather joined the Army at 16, lied about his age, and he was Puerto Rican. Yeah, my dad didn't lie about his age, but he was 19 years old, joined the Navy December 8th, 1941. And he had to get his do his civic duty and his to be proud to serve this country and protect it. So
my dad was in
father came home with the invitations to his wedding and had his draft notice on top of the pile. I'm sure my mother was excited.
Here's one in your neck of the woods, Spencer.
Once their kid going into, anyway, God bless.
I-69 is crossing Henderson into Evansville, Indiana, will not open for 5 flipping years Yeah, we've had some construction on our freeways here that have just been brutal, and they're still working on them. They're working on every single flipping road in the Las Vegas Valley for the last 10 years. It's ridiculous. Cruising on the High Seas says we got one toll road up here. We built it, sold it about 2 to 3 years later for 25% of the cost. What we paid for it. It just angers me.
Yep.
Dan Turner, I live right by the new and old PA Turnpike. Oh, wow. And the old one just got $3.5 million grant to make a bike path. I knew. I was catching up. I'm almost caught up with everybody. Nikki, I was the first, depending on you, to look at it. My birth was successful. Who knows how many siblings? My mom was a serial abortionist. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Abortionist.
I know exactly what she means.
I know exactly what she means too, and I just want to fall over and cry.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They put in a ridiculous amount. Oh yeah, they put in a ridiculous amount of roundabouts. I hate the roundabouts.
I'm not. They're starting to do those here in Covington and Newport, and Cincinnati, and they say they're supposed to be safer and more productive. I have the opposite opinion on it. I find them very confusing, quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't like it. People that can't figure them out don't know where to go. When they say to yield, they don't yield, and you're going to get run off the road by these idiots. So, well, guys, it's time to wrap it up. We had fun. I'm glad you guys joined. This was fun, and we'll do it again next week, same time, same channel. And as always, guys, listen, don't give out your personal information. Listen to what I say about not taking the calls to begin with. Just don't take them. If you don't know who they are, don't answer the call. And, again, as I always say, if you're wondering if it's going to be someone you needed, they will leave a message, period, if it's someone that you were waiting for. Have fun. Don't get fooled by the scammers. Never give out your personal information. Never give out any pertinent things that they could steal your identity with. Take care. And everybody, remember, we are screwing with scammers, so you don't have to. See ya. Thanks for joining.
Else.